Clark gets hurt, and guess what? Your demand vanishes because people ain't going to pay up to see these athletes that are ungrateful that their sports grow.
So, you've probably heard how Caitlin Clark's injury sent the WNBA All-Star Game into chaos. But what most people don't realize is that it turned into a multi-million-dollar meltdown. That moment didn't just shake the league financially, it exposed something far deeper. While everyone was distracted by the disaster in Indianapolis, something much bigger and far more dangerous was quietly taking shape behind the scenes. Reports are now emerging that WNBA players are being aggressively courted by European basketball leagues. And it all seems to tie back to the fallout from Clark's injury. It almost looks like a player migration could be coming. The league's front office isn't eager for this to go public, but insiders believe the WNBA's instability is indirectly driving its own stars to seek stability elsewhere, places offering better pay, care, and respect. To really understand why so many players might be thinking about leaving, you have to look at the scale of the All-Star collapse and how it exposed the league's vulnerabilities. This wasn't just fan frustration. The WNBA essentially got hit with a financial vote of no confidence the moment Clark stepped away. The numbers are shocking. As soon as Clark announced her withdrawal from the All-Star festivities, ticket prices dropped nearly 50%, from $121 down to $64 in just a few hours. Before that, the average ticket price had been $221, the highest in All-Star history. Then, overnight, tickets were practically being given away. A major portion of the $10 million Indianapolis expected to generate from that weekend simply vanished. It proved one thing: the league has been betting everything on one player. And now, that key player is exhausted, injured, and clearly breaking down. Meanwhile, European clubs are circling like sharks. And for them, this kind of chaos is an open invitation. But it's not just about money. The real issue is why that money disappeared in the first place. Because the WNBA ran its most valuable star into the ground. And every other player is watching this happen in real time. Clark's situation isn't seen as bad luck. It's viewed as a total system failure. She's missed 11 games this season due to 4 separate muscle injuries. This is the same athlete who played every single college game at Iowa and didn't miss a moment during her rookie year. She was ironclad. So the question now is, what changed?
Seeing firsthand what Caitlin Clark is worth to this league, especially to...
Now here's where things get messy. On social media, both fans and commentators are blasting the Indiana Fever organization. Many are accusing the team's medical staff of falling far below professional standards, especially when compared to the NBA's level of care. Even Clark's coach, Stephanie White, has acknowledged the brutal demands placed on her, describing how that 40-minute game intensity forces players to constantly load, explode, accelerate, and decelerate in punishing ways. When the league's top player, its face, goes from virtually indestructible to frequently injured in just one season, everyone takes notice. Players are watching closely, wondering if the league can't protect its biggest star. Then what chance do they have? And while this crisis plays out, European leagues are watching too, and moving fast. They've been waiting for a moment like this, when the WNBA's internal issues create the perfect opportunity to swoop in. There are strong reports suggesting that European basketball organizations are now actively reaching out to American athletes, pointing to the WNBA's instability, questionable player care, and rising tension. They're not just recruiting, they're poaching. They watched the Clark situation unfold, saw the frustration boiling over, and now they're seizing the moment. Their pitch is incredibly persuasive. It starts with the obvious: better pay. Many European teams are offering deals that rival or even exceed WNBA contracts, giving athletes who already feel undervalued an instant reason to listen. That's the bait, but the real power move isn't about the money. It's about something the WNBA isn't delivering right now: stability, protection, and respect. And that's where the pitch truly hits home. Section 3, the European sales pitch is simple: stability, real professional respect, and career longevity. They're showing players contracts and policies that promise better job security and a stronger commitment to athlete well-being. Put yourself in a player's shoes for a second. You've just seen the league's biggest star battling injury after injury, undergoing intense physical therapy, while social media questions whether her medical team can even be trusted. The league looks weak, disorganized, and out of touch, and that's exactly where the European leagues step in. They promise consistency, structure, and genuine care. Everything the WNBA seems to be struggling to provide. It's not a hard sell. When your own league lets its top player burn out, it sends a loud message to everyone else. If they can't protect her, what makes you think they'll protect you? Players are starting to realize that their long-term health and careers might actually be safer overseas.
NBA, pay attention. Pay attention. We saw the viewership drop. Ticket sales dropping. Attendance dropping.
Picture yourself as a player caught in all this uncertainty. Then your phone rings. It's a call from a Spanish or EuroLeague team. They're not just offering you a paycheck, they're offering peace of mind. They talk about advanced medical facilities, personalized recovery plans, and professional systems built around your long-term success. Meanwhile, your own league feels like it's running its stars into the ground, hoping for the best. So when you're presented with structure, support, and real medical oversight, it's hard not to listen. European leagues are exploiting the WNBA's biggest weakness perfectly. To make matters worse, the WNBA is fueling this problem from within. The chaos surrounding the Collective Bargaining Agreement, CBA, is blowing up into a major internal conflict. And this part gets dark. It's not just one team failing its players. It's systemic. There's been a total breakdown of trust between athletes and management. And it couldn't come at a worse time. The current CBA expires on October 31st, 2025. And negotiations are already heating up publicly. Remember that All-Star game that struggled financially? The players used it to send a powerful message. Before the game, they hit the court wearing black shirts with a bold white message. UOS, money, give it to us. That wasn't subtle. It was a public declaration of frustration. That same frustration is now echoing through the union. Breanna Stewart, a WNBA vice president and one of its biggest stars, called a recent CBA meeting a total missed opportunity. Angel Reese went even further, declaring, "We won't stop until we get what we want."
You know why tickets prices dropped? Because people quit buying the damn tickets. People was asking for refunds for the damn tickets. So you want to know what they had to do? Damn near give them away, bro.
So on one side, you have the players, furious, disillusioned, and losing faith. On the other, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert keeps telling the media that these talks are beneficial and productive. That disconnect between leadership and reality is exactly where European recruiters thrive. Their message to players is simple. Why fight for respect from a league that won't give it to you when we're ready to give it right now? And it's not just fringe players who are tempted. Even the league's elite are vulnerable. Many of the top American players, including former MVPs, already spend their off-seasons playing overseas. But now, this growing frustration could convince some of them to stay away permanently. Think about it. When a player like Aja Wilson sees her league pouring all its attention into one star while overlooking others, the appeal of being the centerpiece of a European team skyrockets. If a player of that magnitude ever walked away for good, it would shake the WNBA to its core. This isn't just about one athlete leaving. It's about how the entire league is perceived around the world. A successful European poaching campaign would cripple the WNBA's reputation, damage its marketability, and lower the level of competition. Lose your best players, and everything else collapses. The product weakens. Viewership drops, sponsors pull out, and the narrative shifts. Suddenly, those same players are promoting rival leagues, backed by powerful international sponsors, ready to invest in making women's basketball global. Each player the WNBA loses strengthens its competitors. If that continues, the league could end up a hollow version of itself, no longer seen as the top destination for women's basketball talent. Caitlin Clark's All-Star incident didn't cause these problems. It just exposed what was already broken: the strained relationship between the league and its union, over-reliance on one star, declining trust in player safety, and the public tension tearing the league apart. The WNBA is now in a race against time, fighting off a growing external threat while trying to repair itself from the inside. The recruitment has already started, and this player drain is no longer hypothetical. It's happening. Time is running out. So, what do you think? Is the WNBA truly on the brink of a major crisis because of European influence? Or is the Players' Union simply using all this chaos as leverage in the upcoming CBA showdown? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to keep up with this evolving story, the parts the mainstream outlets might not cover, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And finally, if you think other fans need to understand what's really happening behind the scenes in the WNBA, share this video. The more people talking, the closer we get to seeing the full picture.